Hi, and welcome to Introduction to Business, BA 151. I'm Melissa Brown, the instructor for this course. This presentation is meant to welcome you to the class and also give you a brief overview of the different topics we're going to cover this semester. We're going to go over which organizations are doing well and getting ahead, and which companies are getting squashed by their competition or getting left behind. Succeeding in business is much like surfing, and trends are much like waves. If you keep your eyes open, you can spot the perfect wave coming in, and if you time things just right, you can catch that wave and ride it to shore, hopefully without crashing into any rocks or getting attacked by sharks. But if you fail to see that wave coming in or your timing is off, you miss the wave. If you're sharp and you know when to grab an opportunity, you'll have a great ride. What are some trends that you see happening right now within business? After 9/11, restaurants became more and more busy. What they found is that they were having big parties for people who wanted to spend more time with their families out for dinner and with their friends. Martha Stewart, for a short time, became popular once again with her comfort foods and how to make your house more homey. Products that fit in with our busy lifestyles are still very popular. Businesses are trying to produce less paper pushing. People skills are big in management. More women and minorities are seen obtaining higher positions within businesses. Flexible schedules are becoming a real option within businesses. Things like telecommuting and job sharing, which we didn't see 50 years ago, are very popular now. What are some other trends you see occurring? One trend we saw take off several years ago is e-commerce, but we also saw a lot of dot-com businesses go bust. Which ones survived and why? Well, it seems like the ones that survived had sites that were easy to navigate, like Victoria's Secret. They also had a focus on customer service, like Amazon.com. And they also were focused on building relationships. An example would be Travelocity. Other sites that proved successful were those that focused on mass customization, websites that made golf clubs specific to your height and weight and your needs, whether you wanted wood or titanium. Other mass customization sites are VermontBear.com. They sold Vermont teddy bears that you could dress any way you please according to any special occasion, Valentine's Day or an upcoming engagement. Companies that were focused on catalog sales made a smooth transition to online sales, like LL Bean. Also, websites that have very good pictures of their merchandise did well. For example, Victoria's Secret. Businesses also figured out that while some consumers are willing to buy a car online, they're not willing to pay $500 for even the best article that describes that car. So most consumers weren't interested in purchasing information or articles on the web. What are some other dot-com businesses that survived, and why do you think they did? Another trend that doesn't seem to be going away is that we want technology to improve our lives. One example is the idea of a digital home, voice-activated security, a front door that automatically lets your dog out when he needs to go to the bathroom, a system that checks your garage door to make sure it actually closed behind you, a mailbox that announces to you when you're in the kitchen having breakfast that your mail just arrived, a house that plays music for you depending on your mood, a refrigerator that keeps track of what food you need to get at the grocery store, a quiet dishwasher, and a house where everything smoothly blends together. You've probably taken apart yourself in the trend of everyone having a handheld device that will do everything. A handheld device that's your address book, your schedule book. It holds your pictures. It's your phone. And businesses are also working to make these handheld devices operate the keys to your house and your car, a notepad, etc., etc. We also want technology that's cheap. While we want everything to be faster and better, we don't necessarily want to pay a lot for it. We want a great cell phone, but we're not willing to pay $500 for one. We want internet connections that are fast. We want wireless connections, fiber optics. Another trend in business is the expectation of society that businesses uphold high ethical standards. What are your thoughts on this? Is everything okay that a business does if it's in the name of making a dollar? Should businesses have to contribute something to society? Should they have to study the impact of their products on society before putting it out there? Do you think that businesses address generational differences when they sell their products? For example, which of these 4 generations listed would be the most likely to buy a Cadillac? Do you think that the clothing industry sells clothes very differently to Generation Y than they would to older consumers? Which consumers of these 4 different generations would be the most likely to buy their products online? Which generation would be the least likely to use the internet? Do you think businesses today treat their employees the same as they did, let's say, 30 years ago? What changes have we seen take place in regards to what we expect as far as loyalty from the company we work for, benefits packages, flex time, telecommuting, job sharing? What do businesses today expect from their employees in return? Generally, it's things like productivity, bring value to the workplace, creativity, and real skills and experience. How will the business of education change over the next few years? If you're taking this course, you're a trendsetter because online courses are becoming more and more popular, and it's definitely the way of the future. They're working on the technology to create virtual classrooms and education that's tailored to individual needs. After this brief overview, hopefully you're ready to get started in this course. I know I'm looking forward to working with you and hearing your views on all these topics.